ready, Ame. Hey, as a pity. Do you know a pity? I've not seen some on the internet, but a Diania Fantifone D. As a pity. Nah, I don't know whether I said back. Where is the person who discovered this recipe? I mean, the first person who brought it to the net. I am looking for him or her. I don't want to give his or her credit to someone. If I say that, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos, couple of videos, and I don't want to tag the wrong person. But do you know he or she is one of the most intelligent person on this earth? But wait, do not go anywhere. Let me tell you something. Before you try this, you may land in trouble. One sheni ya wukumbe to me abowasu. Say the bufu ntaba. So I will share with you. Do not go anywhere. I'm peeling off my cassava, and please be in touch. If today is the first time here, nice to meet you. My name is Lina, and please do not hesitate to subscribe. Press on the bell icon for more updates. My returning subscribers, you are awesome. Whenever you are praying, remember to add this to your prayer request. Pray to God. Tell Him to give you patience, because most of us don't have patience at all. See, I have tried this recipe like only God knows how many times, just to be sure of what I want to share with you today. So this is actually the third time I'm making this. First one, I call bolemu. Second one, bolemu. Third one, and I've tried it severally. So I'm going to share my opinion about this with you. So I've cut all my cassava into smaller chunks. I'm just going to wash it very well. I don't eat fufu, and what I've heard about making fufu is that we don't wash the plantain also. Yeah, and you can't scratch it like when you are preparing ampesi. So I'm going to follow the same thing. Yes, so I've washed my cassava, and I washed the plantain before peeling off the skin. And my mom told me that when you want to divide your plantain into pieces, you don't use the knife to cut it. You just have to do it this way. As I said earlier, I don't eat fufu, and I've not made this before. Yes, so everything is done. I will just add water, put it on fire, boil it. It is ready. I'm just going to strain the water from it, and our ingredients are ready. So now let's pound our fufu. And what I did was I waited for it to cool down before I proceeded. Now I did the first one. I didn't record because I was trying to see if it will work out for me again. So I started by blending using my food processor. I started with the plantain. I don't want to mix it because the first one I mixed it and a yamba. So now I'm doing it separately. Okay, yes, so the plantain is almost ready, and when I'm done, I'll proceed to the cassava. Then we get to the next procedure. Plantain is ready, and I'm going to remove it from the food processor, then proceed to the cassava. There's one thing that I've seen on this whitey, and it is spoiling a lot of things. See, let's say Essie brought this recipe, and when I watched Essie, I did the same thing. Instead of me to say, oh, this is what I learned from Essie. Essie inspired me to do this, and she is the right person who brought this recipe. No, I would just make it in a twist and say my grandmother taught me. Now, my grandmother wait 150 years. 150 years, one time, no only blend them. Oh yeah, then oh yeah, them recipe now. Oh, betray me, mommy, and the one child, mommy, oh betray me. And with the ebola tenti, wala tadi bonsi sweet on the like you are not lying where you don't know how to lie. So because I did it in a twist, all the people who watched me, did it the same way I did it. Maybe when I did it in a twist, it didn't go well and I didn't say it. So that is what leads to this. Some of this. The first person, I'm sure, made mention of what I'm about to share with you that I didn't like about this recipe and how you can prevent it. But because you didn't watch the video in full, or you were in a hurry to do it and claim it, try to give glory to people who deserve it. So now Tio Joy is ready. So let's make his fufu for him. Please do not go anywhere. I didn't add the two before blending. I'm making sure I soften the two before I add it. So please be with me. If I say that, I mean I didn't add the cassava and the plantain at once. No, I blended the cassava again and the plantain again when I was ready to combine it. You will know why. So this is how it looks, very starchy, like the fufu we prepare at home, and I love it. So after Joy was done eating, he told me, "Madam, your fufu is nice compared to the neat fufu, but it was hard." See you, Mate. Sorry. So the next time when I was, so this is the result of it, but and I was like, no, but you sorry, next time I will know what I will do. So I will tell you why it was hard. You can see that after I dressed it, it doesn't look very smooth as I have rough kakra. Yeah, so another time, that was like 4 days after, I decided to make another fufu for Joy to see something. So this is the cassava and the plantain. I went through the same process like the third one I said I did. And when I blended the cassava and the plantain, this is the outcome. And you can see this one is very smoother than the one we did previously. And it looks very neat as well. And you can see that it is very, very nice. After 30 minutes, when Joy was done eating, ready, Ame. Hey, as a pity. Do you know a pity? I've not seen some on the internet, but a duane fantifone di. As a pity. Nah, I don't know whether I said back. So you can imagine, so we are ahead of time. Say, we can run obedi the what to no pod and inside their womb obedi. Hey, as a girl. I don't know if I'm right with the correct word. Girl, uko fancy memoir. Afiana what's ye offended? What's ye muchian? Wabubon run, wa hatan we ream, or hatan we ream, would do kumonama. Them naughty. It's bad, oh. It's bad. So please avoid using a lot of plantain so that it will not be hard. When doing it, do not combine it at the same time. Like when I made it and waited for him to be ready. Don't combine it, else it will be lumpy. Okay, in all, this recipe is the best, and may God grant the person wisdom and give us more recipe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.